I'm not checking, but I'm advising you to do so. Yeah. Okay, so today inshallah, shukran, we've got the open card responses and stuff that's out of the way. Now we are going to start talking about a new section today, al-adad. The section is called adad. Adad means number. What does adad mean?
Number.
Number. Adad means number. Adad means number. Now in Arabic we've got different buzzes for number. We can have singular, which is called mufrad. Everybody say?
Mufrad.
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 Mufrad. You can also call it wahid. Say?
Wahid.
Right, so when we grammatically classify a word, if I take a word, and we're not going to worry too much about this is for intents of 3 or 2. So you get al-walad. So firstly we must say it's ismun, right? So it's a noun. It's ismun ma'rifa, which means it's definite, right? How is it definite? Mu'arraf bil lam. It is mudhakkar, which means it's masculine, right? It's a masculine word. And then there's another characteristic you can now add about that word. You can say that word is mufrad, or you can say that word is wahid.
Wahid.
Say wahid.
Wahid.
Or
Mufrad.
mufrad. Say
Mufrad.
mufrad. So wahid or mufrad. Okay. Then in English,
رجلين.
in English we've got, yes, in English we've got singular and 2 or more. Right? In Arabic we got 1, 2 and 2, 3 or more. Understand? So the plural in Arabic is firstly mufrad. Sorry, the singular is firstly mufrad. Then we have something called the dual.
Dual.
Because Arabic is cool. They can show you that 2 things without saying 2. Right? We don't need to say 2 men.
It's a rich language.
We can just have, like, a cool structure that indicates that it's 2 men. And then when it's many men, we need to indicate that it's 3, 4, 5 or 6. But 2 easily we can show it in the structure of the word. Okay. So singular is, for example, the word rajulun. Everybody say?
Rajulun.
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 Rajulun. Now the dual form of the word doesn't break the structure. The dual form doesn't break the ra, jim and lam. Rajulun stays rajulun. We just change it a little bit, but we don't break up ra, jim and lam when we make it dual. So we can see something that indicates 2. Here's an example. Rajulani. Everybody say? Everybody say rajulani.
Rajulani.
Rajulani. Singular rajulun.
Rajulun.
Dual rajulani. So the dual is known as muthanna. Say?
Muthanna.
Or tathniya.
Tathniya.
Say muthanna.
Muthanna.
Or tathniya.
Or tathniya.
Right. Then we have jam'.
Jam'.
Al-jam' is plural, which indicates more than 2. Right? In other words, 3 or more. So here we have rajulun, say
Rajulun.
rajulani.
Rajulani.
And then more than 2 men we say rijalun.
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 Did you see what happened with the plural? Rajul isn't intact anymore. Here we have ra, jim, lam. But here we have ra, jim, alif. Okay? But the dual preserves. The dual preserves. It preserves the original part of the word. The plural can preserve and it can also not preserve. But this one always preserves. With me? So rajulun, rajulani, rijalun. Say? Rajulun, rajulani, rijalun. Everybody?
Rajulun. Rijalun. Rajulani. Rijalun.
Rajulun, rajulani, rijalun. Okay, now let's go on. Let's learn about the dual first, because singular is very obvious, right? Singular is what we've been learning all the time. 1 king, 1 queen. What's a queen?
Malikatun.
Malikatun. Right. So how do we make the dual? Now I don't want you to worry about what this word is saying, hal and rafa, hal and nasb, hal and jar, because I'm going to get there next week on Tuesday or Monday. But for now it is sufficient to know that there's different ways of indicating a word to indicate its case. Now what are these accusative and genitive and nominative cases? In brief, these cases tell you whether something is acting as an object or a subject in a sentence. Okay? So when something is the object, right? Akaltu, I eat, right? I don't say khubz. Akaltu khubzan. In this case, the khubz is the object of my eating. Does that make sense? Or the maf'ul, it is experiencing my act. Who's doing the eating? I'm eating. What is experiencing my eating?
Bread.
The bread. So I don't say akaltu khubzu, because akaltu khubz means the bread is eating. But when I say akaltu khubzan, it's indicating that someone is eating, I'm eating, or I ate, and what is being eaten? Bread. Okay, those are what the cases are. But for now, remember what we are doing is we are working with parts of sentences. We are working with parts of sentences. After the test, inshallah, we will start looking at putting together a complete sentence. Okay? And our goal is kalam. Our goal is to make a complete compound that conforms to the grammar, that is beneficial, and that is also compounded. Yeah, a complete compound that is spit of the tongue, etc., etc., etc. Right? And bil wadi' conforms to the grammar. So we can add ani or we can add aini. You can remember it like that. Ani or aini. There's technical ways to say what ani and aini means. But let's give you an example. Malikun. Everybody say?
Malikun.
Malikun. Now
Malikun.
malikun, when we want to say two kings, we say malikaini.
Malikaini.
Right? We add aini. Or we say malikani.
So you can also say rajulaini.
So we can also say rajulaini. Right. But each of them has a specific case. Right? Darabtu rajulain. That means I hit the two men. Right? Daraba rajulani means the two men are eating. Does that make sense? I'm gonna get to it next week, inshallah. The basic idea I want to leave you with here is, remember, we are working with parts of sentences. Okay? And then once we start putting the sentences together, we will see which parts fit in where. But for now, it's sufficient to know I can make a dual by adding ani or aini. So I have malikun. I have mim, lam, and kaf. Are you with me? I add alif plus noon, and this gives me
Malikani.
malikani. Alternatively, I can add on and I can say mali. I'm putting in the original word. Okay? Mali. Right? Plus ya. Let me just make it remember. Yeah. I'm going to break it up here. Plus noon. And this will give me
Malikaini.
malikaini. Are you all with me? Okay, so we have malikani and malikaini. Malikatun. Now here we preserve again malika, but we change the ta into ta and mabsuta. We spread out the ta. So malikatun becomes malika taini or malika tani. Everybody? Malikatun becomes malikataini or malikatan. Now, in the prevalent books of Arabic grammar, here's a nice note. I'm telling you, say aini and say ani. The books of Arabic grammar and morphology, the terms ani and aini are not written. They don't write, you add aini or you add ani. Okay? They spell it out. They say, instead these terms are expressed in detail as alifun ma qablaha maftuhatun wa noonun maksura. Do we know what that means? They spelled it out fast. They said there's an alif, which before the alif has maftuha, a letter with fatha, wa noonun, and the noon maksura, noon with kasra. Make sense? They were saying you have the letter before it takes a fatha, then there's an alif, and then after the alif there's a noon with kasra. Okay, that's how the classical text write it. And then aini, they will say there's a ya, before the ya there's a fatha, and then after the ya there's a nun with kasra. Let's read it. Ya'un ma qablaha, say
ياء ما قبلها
maftuhatun.
مفتوحة.
So this means a ya, which before it is a letter with fatha. Can you see fatha, maftuha, fatha, maftuha, right? Wa nunun,
ونون
wa nunun maksura. It is a nun with kasra. Right? We're just saying that that's how they spell it out. But for us to easily remember it, right? Fatha, alif, nun. We're remembering we must add ani or aini.
But how do you know
Malikatin.
which one to use? Ani or Aini?
Later on. Remember I said which is what? That's when we will do that inshallah when we do the complete sentence. When we move the sentence together. Okay, for now just know I can say two. Malikataini, malikatani. Right? What's this? Right. So more examples. Waladun. Plural. Waladani. Waladun becomes waladani. Okay. I'm going to do this on the board in case you want to take it down. Okay. Waladun. What's the dual? Okay, so I have waladun. The dual will be wala. Now, this here is still indefinite also. Remember that. That means two boys. Doesn't say which two boys. I don't make it definite. I say al-waladani. Okay? What's the other option? Waladani or waladaini. Next one becomes, oh, they did it there. MashaAllah. Waladani. Waladun or waladaini. Okay?
Hold on a second. Why walada? Why not waladu? Why walada? Why not who? Because we have waladun.
Yes.
So why do we say walada?
I'm saying waladani.
I'm saying why da?
Where's the fatha? Which fatha?
In the second when we say we make the waladun walada and then we add the nun. Why do
Are
we
you
use it?
saying why we change this to fatha?
Yeah.
Because we're using alif. The only thing that can come before alif is a fatha.
Okay.
That's not necessarily the reason here, but that's one of the other things. Remember I said alif's only purpose is to elongate. And alif can only elongate a fatha.
Okay.
Okay, so in the Quran you'll never find before alif a kasra or dhamma. You'll find before a hamza. Remember, if there is like u'tuni, that's that. This hamza is not alif. Okay. There's other things, there's other reasons as well, more technical grammar which I'm not too sure about. But one of the things is you'll never find before an alif anything but the fatha.
Okay.
Okay, because alif's only purpose is to elongate.
Now what about this yada? Still use the fatha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Just from the grammatical books of the rules, ya ma qablaha fatha. That's the rule. When you change it, you add a fatha before the ya.
Okay.
Okay. It's rules. The proper source of the rules, I'm not sure.
Okay.
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 So aynani aynayni. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Aynun is one eye. Aynayn is two eyes. وهديناه نجدين. Is that dual, plural? It's dual, right? It's two. وشفتين. شفتun is lip. شفتين, two lips. With me? Okay. امرأة becomes امرأتان. And in the accusative or genitive case, it will become امرأتين. See, I didn't need to write it out. Okay. Now, give the dual forms of the following words. Be sure to mention the nominative, accusative, and genitive cases. Now, nominative is the normal case, it's ani. The other two cases are aini. So, nominative is ani, and this is aini. Aini. So, muallimun, muallimani, or muallimaini. Muallimatun, معلمتان أو معلمتين مدرسة
مدرستان
مدرستان أو مدرستين قلم
قلمان
قلمان أو
قلمين
قلمين رجل
رجلان
رجلان أو رجلين بيت
بيتان أو بيتين
أو بيتين فصل
فصلان وفصلين
فصلين غرفة
غرفتان أو غرفتين
مسلم
مسلمان ومسلمين
لاعب
لاعبان ولاعبين
عين
عينان وعينين
شفة
شفتان وشفين
right ولسانا وشفتين ألم نجعل له عينين. Which case is this in? The nominative case, accusative or genitive? I said nominative is the ani, the other two
Not
is
nominative.
ani.
What's the difference between accusative and genitive?
Accusative is if something is the object, if something is being acted upon. Like when I say khubzan, that's in the accusative case. Okay? I'm going to get to it in detail. But for now, I'm just giving you little tips, and then later on, in about 2 or 3 days time, inshallah, we're going to add them all together. Okay? So, أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ. Okay? What's the normal nominative dual of this? عَيْنَانِ شَفَتَيْن شَفَتَانِ. Okay. So, مُؤْمِنٌ. Right. Muslimun.
مسلمان
Right. Kafirun.
كافران كافرين
Right. Munafiqun.
منافقان منافقين
Right. Salihun.
صالحان صالحين
Right. So remember what you must add. Once you add ani or
Ani.
aini. Very good.
Yeah.
Now we're going to come to something more interesting. We're going to deal with plurals. That was easy because we just add ani and we just add aini. And this isn't too challenging because we're going to deal with al-jam. Al-jam is the plural. Al-jam al-salim is the sound plural, right? And al-jam al-mukassar is the broken plural, right? Now, the sound plural is a plural in which the singular form of the word remains intact. Like we saw with rajulun, rajulani, rajul remains intact. Does that make sense? The ra and the jim and lam is still there. The base is still there. So now, when the plural is sound, right, also called solid plural, the singular form of the word remains intact. Don't forget that. It remains intact. It is sound, it is solid. And jam' al-mukassar, the broken plural. This is a plural in which the form of the singular word is broken. Okay, what does this mean? This means it's changed. And you've already seen an example. Rajulun, rajulani, and the plural is? What's the plural? Rijalun. Rajulun, rajulani, and rijalun. We don't have ra, jim, and lam. We now have ra, jim, alif, lam. So the base of the word was changed. And when this changes like this, it is called the broken plural. Now, technically it has no fixed rule for making it. Sometimes alphabets are added, sometimes we delete it, sometimes we merely change a word in it. I'm going to look at 2 or 3 examples of each of those. Oh, I'm not going to look at examples of each of those. We'll start off with al-jam' al-salim. Al-jam' al-salim is the sound plural. Okay? Here, you've seen a letter added. Rajulun, rajulani, rijalun. We added on alif to the singular. Does that make sense? Okay? For example, wood. You have a piece of wood, it's called khashabun, and the plural is called. Sorry, I keep shocking at this board. Khashab, and the plural is khushubun. Khushubun. Say? Khushub or khushub. Right. Khushub or khushubun. And the singular is khashab. So is that's a broken plural. Okay?
But we didn't change the base, it's still a car.
But we changed the word.
Oh, okay.
Right? You're going to see now what I'm going to say is, when I mean the base, I mean the vowels excluding the last letter. Okay? So the original letters excluding the last letter, because the last letter indicates the case. Remember, Zaidan is the same as Zaidin and Zaidun. They all referring to the same Zaid, but they talk differently about that Zaid. Does that make sense? But Zidan is different from Zaidan. Okay, so let me clarify that. What do I mean by a change in the base? I mean a change in any of the letters, not necessarily the last one. Okay? So Rajul, the Ra changed to Ri. And the Ju changed to Ja. Does it make sense here? With me? Sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
For now.
Okay, don't worry. Jamal Mukassar, it's coming. The basic idea is that this one we don't change anything. We just add something on. The same like we changed, we added ani and aini. For the sound masculine plural or the sound plural, we're going to add on as well. Okay. Now again, the sound plural is broken up. It's broken up into two parts: masculine and feminine. What is masculine? In Arabic, Mudhakkar. And what is feminine? Mu'annath. Right? Feminine is Mu'annath. So we have Mudhakkar and Mu'annath. So we have Al-Jam' al-Mudhakkar, Al-Salim, the sound masculine plural. Okay. This is formed by adding un. This is formed by adding un in the nominative case, or in. So we can add an un or in. Al-Muttaqeen.
Al-Muttaqeen.
Isn't that this? Do you see the in? Right? Salihin.
Salihin.
Mu'minin or mu'minun. Right? Qa'imun or qa'imin. Right?
So this is the not broken one. The sound.
No, it's sound, because I have Muslim and now I make it Muslim or Muslim. You see, everything remains the same, but there can be a change in the last, in the mi or mu of the last letter.
And in Quran, when there is me, can you instead of it read me?
No. And in normal language, you can't change mu'minin to just mu'minun, because the one is talking, they refer differently to it. Right. And for now, just hang on a little bit. We'll see when it's mu'minun and when it's mu'minin. For now, all I need is that they must agree. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let's break this up. Okay, I give you 6 words. You give me the masculine plural. Okay. Salihun. Right. Kafirun. Muslimun. Mu'minun. Right? Salihun, kafirun, muslimun, mu'minun, munafiqun. Okay, there's 4. Salihun. Give me the singular of salihun.
Salih.
Salihun, right? What's the dual?
Salihaini.
Okay, so give me the first one. Let's do salihani first, and then we'll do salihaini. So salihun, and the dual is salihani or salihaini. And in the plural, the masculine plural, it's salihuna or salihina. So salihuna or salihina. Kafirun, kafiruna or kafirina. Girls okay? You please? Fine? Sure? Right? Kafirun, kafirun. Everybody, kafirun, kafirun.
What's the kufar then? Isn't kufar also plural?
Broken. So the same word. Some words have broken plurals, and like kalima, sometimes the plural is used as kalam, which is the broken form, and sometimes we use kalimat, which is actually sound. Which is sound. Okay, and you'll see when it's sound. Okay, so some words can have both broken. You will see in the lesson, inshallah. Some words can have both broken and
like kufar, like
and
kufar, like kufar,
like kufar. Right. So work with me. Kafirun, kafirun.
كافرون كافرون
Kafirun, kafirun.
كافرون
Muslimun, muslimun.
مسلمون
Salihun, salihun.
صالحون صالحون
Okay, now we're going to say it with the case ending. Salihun, salihuna.
صالحون صالحون
Kafirun, kafiruna.
كافرون كافرون
Muslimun, muslimuna.
مسلم مسلمون
Mu'minun, mu'minuna.
مؤمن مؤمنون
Munafiqun, munafiquna.
منافق منافقون.
Other possibility, and recognizing that it's also sound and masculine and it's a sound plural, is when it's in. So salihun, salihina.
صالحين
Kafirun, kafirina.
كافر كافرين
Muslimun, muslimina.
مسلم مسلمين
Mu'minun, mu'minina.
مؤمن مؤمنين
Munafiqun, munafiqina.
منافق منافقين.
So both the una and the ina is part of the sound masculine plural. Okay? Now, let's talk about the feminine plural. Atun and atin. Atun and atin. So, mu'minun, mu'minat.
مؤمنات
Right. So let's do it here. Salihun, salihatun. Say.
صالحات
Salihatun. Yes, sorry, it must be female.
Yeah.
Then we can do plural. Salihatun, salihatun,
صالحات
salihatun.
صالحات
Right. Salihatun, salihatun. Kafiratun, kafiratun.
كافرات
Right. And then, after kafiratun, kafiratun, what's the next word? Muslimatun,
مسلمات
muslimatun. And here we have mu'minatun, mu'minatun. Munafiqatun, munafiqatun. Is everybody with me? Very simple. Right? How do we make, we will take the word, like, does not you see this here? We have muslimatun. So we cut that ta. We don't work with this ta because it's an extra letter. We work with this original meme. So we take muslim, right? And we add alif and ta. We add atun for the females. And we add muslimatin. Atun or atin. Atun or atin. For the dual, it's ani or aini.
أين
For the masculine plural sound, it's una or ina. Una or ina. Let's go back to the una one. Muslimun, muslimuna. Muslimina. So Muslimun, muslimuna. I take the Muslim, I change it to Dhamma, Dhammatan, and I add una. And then I add on ina. Make sense? So una and ina is for masculine, and atun or atin is for feminine. Right. Okay. Now let's quickly do this. Muallimun, muallimuna. Okay, let's only do the una ones now. Muallimun, muallimuna. Quickly.
معلم معلمون
Mudarrisun, mudarrisuna.
مدرس مدرسون
ظالم, ظالمuna.
ظالم ظالمون
نجار, نجارون.
نجار نجارون
لاعب, لاعبون.
لاعبون لاعبون
خياط, خياطون.
خياط خياطون
مجتهد, مجتهدون.
مجتهد مجتهدون
مؤمن, مؤمنون.
مؤمن مؤمنون
محاضر, محاضرون.
محاضر محاضرون
خباز, خبازون.
خباز خبازون
مسلم, مسلمون.
مسلم مسلمون
مهندس, مهندسون.
مهندس مهندسون.
Right. You can use just the una one for now. Don't stress about it. But what I do need you to be able to do is identify which ones are masculine and feminine. So if you see ina, you know ina is? Think of examples. Mu'minin. Plural, masculine. Mu'minin, Muslimin, Kafirin, Ghalibin, Ghafilin. Are we all okay? That's masculine because there's no atun and no atin. And una and ina is masculine. So if I say خبازون or خبازين.
Baker.
It's a baker, it's bakers, masculine, right?
Mm.
محاضر محاضرون or محاضرين. Lecturers, right? But masculine, plural. محاضرة محاضرات. So let's do feminine now. I didn't have feminine once, but okay. معلمة معلمات. Everybody, معلمة معلمات. مدرس مدرسة مدرسات.
مدرسات.
لاعب لاعبات for the females.
لاعبات.
محاضرة محاضرات.
محاضرات.
محاضرة محاضرات.
محاضرة. محاضرات.
خباز خبازة خبازات.
خباز. خبازات.
Right. Okay, I think we get the idea. A nice example is in the Quran. إن المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات والذاكرين والذاكرات. What comes after that? I'm skipping half of the verse. Yes? Anyway, Allah forgive me. You did this, you done this? It's all may yaqul 22nd juz. Inna al-Muslimin means undoubtedly the Muslimin. Are you with me? Muslimin is the male Muslims. Right. Wal Muslimat,
The female.
female Muslims. Right. Wal Mu'minin, male believers. Wal Mu'minat,
The female.
female believers. Right. Okay, I'm not going to go according to the verse. I'm just going to add words on it. Was-sabirin, the patient males. Was-sabirat, the patient females. Right.
Isn't Allah going to give them a converse and a creative word?
والقانتين والقانتات والمتصدقين والمتصدقات والصائمين والصائمات. والصائمين, صائم from صوم, the fasting male. صائمين was صائمات. Right. And then والحافظين والحافظات, and those who preserve the Quran, the males and the females. والذاكرين الله كثيرا والذاكرات. Okay, so you get the idea. I'll find the example and then we'll break up the verse and we see a whole lot of examples of both cases. Okay, right, so Jamal Mukassar. We're going to have a separate lesson on Jamal Mukassar. For now we learned three things. We learned that we have singular, dual and plural in the Arabic language. Singular, dual and plural. Okay, singular, dual and plural. Now, what about the singular, dual and plural? The dual is made by adding. What must you add for the dual? Add alif and noon. So ani or aini. So muslimun, muslimani or muslimani. Remember the examples, right? Right, and then we did sound plural. We add una and ina for the males, and we add atun and atin for the females. Okay, very good. Now the broken plural, you can see that the word breaks up. The vowels are changed. Things are changed in the original structure. So a river is nahrun. Its plural is anhur. Anhar is days.
Nahar.
Naharun, anharun. Nahrun is a river. Naharun is a day. And the plural of day is anhar. And the plural of nahrun is anhur. What's the plural of nahrun? Anhur. Then we have rajulun, the plural is rijalun. Then we have wazirun, the plural is wuzara. Okay. I think that's it. So the broken plural, the form of the singular is broken. That is, it's changed. It has no fixed rule for making it. Sometimes alphabets are added, sometimes they are deleted. That alphabets means letters, and sometimes there is merely a change in the harakah. So here we have anhur, rijalun, wuzara, and khashabun, khushubun. We've seen also.
So this is you have to learn. These words you have to learn. You have to learn it.
I will teach you dictionary skills inshallah as it comes, as how to look them up. But these are generally formed as how the Arab spoke and how it was given over by. You can model this on a scale, but there's no general rule to making it. So the best way to learn the plurals of broken plurals are to learn the plurals when you learn the words. Okay, so inshallah when we get to lesson 8 or 9, what we will do is we'll give you the plurals for every single word you've already learned. Okay? Okay, kitabun, the plural is? Kutub. You see, we deleted the alif. What did we do? We deleted the alif. Okay, and khashabun, the plural is? Khushubun. Okay, very good. So that's the broken plural. No general rule. And the other one is, okay, ismul jam. While we're here, ismul jam is the name given to a plural. What do we mean? It's a collective noun. What's it? Collective noun. Ismul jam. Some nouns are singular in form but refer to a group. There's no singular for them as well because they are not plurals in reality. Okay, they are referring to a group, and generally we equate them to collective nouns in English, and they are generally used like plurals in sentences. So a qawm, qawm Hud, qawm Nuh, qawm is a nation or a people, right? And rahdun is a group. We use this and we describe it. Qawmun salihun,
A pious nation.
a pious nation, right? So qawmun is indefinite, salihun is also indefinite. Okay. Now, in lesson 3 and 4, earlier on, you learned a little bit about adjectives corresponding with the case ending, definite or indefinite, and in gender. Now, you must remember they must agree in number. So, if the noun is singular, the adjective must be singular. If the noun is plural, the adjective must be plural. If the noun is definite, it must be definite. If the noun is dual, it must be dual. Okay, so, right, that's the lesson. I think we've come to the lesson. However, when the noun being described is jam'u ghayri aqil, and this is what Khalid was doing this morning, he was saying there's an exception, right? The exception is they must agree, except when the plural, I don't know what word he used on the board, he said something.
For the plural of things, the description will be singular and
Did he say things?
Things, yeah.
Okay. Things. Okay. Inanimate is not completely true, but we will use inanimate as one way. But sometimes a cat and these things are also animate. So we will use jam'u ghayri aqil. We will use unintelligent. Okay, the plural of unintelligent things. We refer to them. What? Don't need. Was Auntie talking about how it's a reference?
No, it's a joke.
Oh, we don't need unintelligent things. No, it's true. The plural of unintelligent things, right? We describe them, whether that unintelligent thing is masculine or feminine. For example, tawila. Or let's use desks, right? Maktabun. Let's use maktabatun, like a library. A library is unintelligent, the library in itself. But maktabatun is feminine. Yes, okay. And its plural is makatibu. So when you describe the plural and you want to say big libraries, you say makatibu kabiratun. How do you describe it? You describe it as singular. The adjective must be singular and it must be feminine. Now let's use a masculine noun. I think it's better if I write. If I use a masculine, I will. Okay, masculine, maktabun, which means desk, and its plural is makatibu. Now the plural here, maktabun, makatib. Maktabun, makatibu. What's the plural?
Makatib.
Is this sound or is it broken?
Broken.
If it was sound, it would be makatibuna, makatibina, makatibat, makatibun, makatibatin. Right? So what's it here? Is it broken or is it sound? Is it solid or broken?
Broken.
It's broken. Why? Because maktabun changed to makat. The spoon changed here. We added alif. when we start breaking up the word for its plural, the plural is broken. Try and identify which words are broken, which are sound. The ladies okay?
How do you know how to break it up to make it plural?
We don't do that.
Okay.
That's the thing. There's no rule to making the broken plural. We must just learn the words. Okay, that's through exposure. But we're able to identify whether it's broken or together or solid. Okay, so maktabun, here's the rule. Maktabun, makatibu. If I want to say big desks, now I want to say makatibu. Makatibu, I must say kabir, for big, right? And I must make it feminine. I must make it feminine. But what do I mean by unintelligent beings? Right? Wahid mu'annath, it must be described as singular and feminine. Even though I have a plural word, I have a, what do I have? Plural word. I must describe that plural word with a singular noun, right? And make the noun feminine if and only if this word is unintelligent. Now what is unintelligent? Everything besides humankind, the jinn and the malaika. Unintelligent. Okay, so when you describe a group of cats, I'm talking about plural, right? Plural cats. You will describe them as singular feminine. Yeah, everything else. Everything outside of the
That's why
cat.
it's 16.
Yeah, probably. You know, things. Right? It's called inanimate, but the reason I didn't use it is because sometimes we might think that animals are animate. You know, but they're considered as unintelligent. Yes, that's the case. Jam'u ghayri aqil. Plural of stuff without intelligence or aqil. Okay, quickly, vocab list number 4. Al-ati.